to another episode of Wellness with Walfinch. I'm Amrit Dhaliwal, the CEO and founder of Walfinch, and I'm joined today by Louise Harwood, a 5-star international eventing rider. This is very cool. So thank you so much for joining us. What an exciting episode we've got ahead.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and lovely to be able to share some of my fitness methods and techniques, really.
Amazing, great.
Today we're going to show you some fit ball exercises. Some people call them Swiss balls, some people call them fit balls. They get called various different things. Anyway, I call it the fit ball. You can do all sorts of fitness exercises, work on your suppleness, technique, everything. You basically want a ball that you can sit on and you can keep your legs at about 90 degrees. So this one could do with maybe a tiny bit of air in, but it's about the right size for me. If you're too high, my legs would be like pointed down like that. So if any bigger a ball would be too big for me, being a small person. Okay, so first thing to do is we need to get warmed up on our fit ball. So starting off, just doing some hip circles. We start small, and then we gradually get bigger. Bigger and bigger circles as your body starts to loosen up. And then we go the opposite direction. If you're riding horses, we would call this, you change the rein. You change, so you're going the opposite direction. And then you add in some figure of eights. So you're suppling yourself up, suppling up your back, suppling up those hips, and getting yourself used to being on a ball. So, Amrit, it's now your turn.
All right, let's see about this 90 degrees angle.
Might be slightly small for you, the ball, or maybe
slightly different angle here, but here we go.
More air, but okay, so starting with so looking forward, staying relaxed, so you're sort of in a natural body position, so you're not overly got your back tight and straight, but you've got those natural curves in your spine. So when you're ready, just start moving your hips, feeling like you're using your core to get the ball to rotate.
Like a little dance move.
And then gradually make those circles bigger. It's good. And now change the rein, which horse riders would say, or change direction. That's it, brilliant. And now those hips are starting to move, and you're getting your pelvis going a little bit. Now start to see me do some figure of eights.
Okay.
So slightly smaller half circle and up the middle.
What does the 8 look like? Here we go. It's
brilliant. Very good. And that's all part of our warm-up and rest whenever you're happy there. From your hip circles, it's quite good now just to get your pelvis doing some tilting to roll that ball backwards and forwards. So you tilt your pelvis, roll the ball forwards, tilt the pelvis back to get that ball going back again. Your turn.
okay.
So just gets your pelvis moving a bit, and just gets that lower back moving a little bit again. And keep your shoulders relaxed. Sit. Good. And it's just another little warm-up, really. Nice. So we're going to loosen up the upper body now by doing some twisters. So place one hand on top of your elbow, about shoulder height, your elbows, and then just twisting the body around a little bit. If you want to make any of these exercises trickier and test your balance a bit more, you can put your feet closer together. So if you're an experienced baller, so now it's starting, you have to just slightly balance yourself. If you want to make it even trickier, you can put one foot on top of the other. And then you test your balance, and it starts to move your pelvis a little bit as well. Core stability and upper body twisting and suppleness.
So going like this.
Good. Try careful you're not leaning back, sitting tall.
And then getting closer.
Yeah. Excellent.
And then, that feels harder.
And this is then when you're glad you haven't put too much air in your ball.
Yeah.
You topple off the side.
Very nice.
Excellent. So moving on our next stage in our warm-up now, we've sort of loosened up our hips and everything. We're now going to try doing some squats. We're not actually sort of using the ball other than lifting it now. So we're sort of using our arms and getting our back going, our back muscles going a little bit. So I want you to reach down, pick up your ball. So starting off, we're squatting down. As you squat down, think about your bottom going out behind you. Ball touches the ground. Keep your back fairly straight. and then you're going to come up. But now to add into this, you're going to lift the ball up above your head. Here I'm slightly struggling because I've recently broken my humerus really badly, so I've got a lot of metalwork in there, so I can't lift my arm above my head. But simply by doing this exercise, it's starting to get it to move a little bit. And I think if I keep working on it, it will start to move. If I don't do anything with it, it's going to become a frozen shoulder, and that is no good to me, a frozen shoulder. So little movements. So breathe out as you're coming up. So you're squatting down, touch the floor. Lift up, breathe out as you do that lift there.
Okay, so, and then...
Brilliant. Squatting down, super form, good. And then up above the head, excellent. Squatting down, good.
Nice.
Yeah. So a ball of air can actually feel quite heavy, really, when you have to start lifting up and down above your head.
That's very good, thank you.
Now we start to test the balance a little bit, starting to switch on our core muscles in the middle. So start off just seeing if you can put one foot on top of the other. And then you can just gently move your hips either side, testing your balance. And then you can change feet, wait, a little bit, and you'll just do very small. It's all about making small corrections when you're on the ball. If you make very fast, big corrections, you can guarantee you're going to get bucked off the ball and you're going to fall off the side of the ball. So very small little corrections, which just all happen in your core to start with. Now you can try putting one hand there. Now imagine you're passing a weight around your body, because that tests the balance a little bit more. Now you can make it even harder by straightening a leg as well. So we're now working on our quads at the same time as our balance. And then you could pass that weight around your body. So you're gradually increasing the complexity and the difficulty of the exercise. And then do the same on the other side, getting those straight legs. And then just those little corrections when you start to lose balance, which is making your back work, it's making all your abdominal muscles work. Balance, and then back to the middle, and now it's your turn.
Gosh, all right, so
we start nice and easy, just gradually bringing your feet closer together to start with.
Okay.
It's good, and just feeling your balance. It's good. Now put one foot on top of the other. It's good. And make sure you're sitting straight. And you can do little tiny movements to just see if you can just gas it, just almost try and push yourself out of balance. That's it, good. It's those small corrections. That's it. Now try changing feet. Put one different foot on top of the other, because sometimes just by doing that, it all feels a little bit awkward. Good. Okay. Now see if you could pretend you're passing a dumbbell around your body. So you're just, by moving that weight and moving your arms, you're just testing the core stability a little bit. Excellent. Now change legs doing that. Switching on that core in the middle to balance you. That's it. And slow with that little weight change on the back there. That was a fast change. That's it. Brilliant. Okay, so now you up the complexity a little bit more. Straighten one of those legs. So lift one of those legs, straighten out. So you're tightening your quad muscles. Yeah, good. And now you can try passing a weight around your body.
Oh, right.
Yeah, slowly. Excellent. And now you can try passing the weight the opposite way around your body. Well done. Good. And then you can change legs. So let that one come down. Lift your other leg. That's it. Feel your quads tightening. You can straighten that leg a little bit more. Good. Well done. Good. So you can go as complex as you want to. And now you can rest and relax that leg back down.